were still underground, still in the strange buried city of Alba, and had just begun to make your way out. Of course, on the way back, you grappled with the fact that the city had changed its layout entirely, making your way down a new, unfamiliar corridor. Without much of a choice, you were led towards and through a large hall filled with piles of warning stones, odd monuments, cryptic messages, and strange contraptions that would project whatever spectre had been following you as an illusion. Though to your dismay, you'd find that the real spectre laid among these contraptions, hiding in the corner. After a thorough investigation, repeatedly coming close to rousing said spectre, you left, and with one last message from the warning stones, you travel down a bleak corridor without crossroads, without doors, leading you right towards the city's border. With the information you had gained below, you set out back into the city, first returning home and then to Vidar's manor, entering in less than polite ways. You shared your sketches and any other knowledge gained from the refuge, and were informed by Vidar that he should have a heading for the Dart in only a few days. He also suggested, due to the nature of the sleeping plague's sphere of influence, that you might consider sending people you rely on and care most about to a place outside Polythreme's borders, namely Antagark. You then spoke to your relatives and convinced them, and then teleported to the Harvest City yourself, already leaving some family behind and setting in motion the means of evacuation from the rest. This is where we left off last time. You had settled in for a long rest in the palace of the former Baron, and you would awaken in the same comfort, eventually congregating back into the meeting chamber where you'd been the day before. An opulent breakfast is served, pastries, baked goods, and a range of fruit, cheeses, and breads. And that is where we begin today's session. As you've all awoken, as you've all gathered, you are free to act.
Well, I suppose we'll finish our business and get ready to teleport back. I don't think we're planning on hanging out, really.
Is there anything you do before you head back? And then how exactly do you head back?
Huxley took something from somewhere, I feel like.
Yeah, I brought a book.
Nice. Do we have to pick up, like, the invitation letter thing, maybe? Did we already do that?
You would hope that it would be prepared for you, and likely throughout the morning, as you eat breakfast and such, you would receive the letter. Not Sefja, sorry.
He's back!
Wrong name.
Knew it.
Wrong name.
Nojrat.
Nojrat.
Yeah.
Damn it, Sefja.
You just said James White. Okay.
Oh, with that in hand, I think we're ready.
They gave
sadly so.
something from a room that they want us to teleport into next time, right?
Yes.
I feel like you got like
We took something from the. I think you took something from the Quartermains.
no.
Yeah, but
What?
I'll also take something from like this palace.
Oh,
next
this
time.
palace. Sorry.
We don't know
There
you're
was
in the...
an entrance hall you were led through that
Yeah.
would be prepared for such eventualities, and
I think Noserod like handed you a candle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you some food.
I can go back.
We will say our goodbyes, and yeah.
Did was there any luck with a letter for Upland's family to
Yes, that
be
would be
invited?
the letter you received from Northrop.
Okay. Okay.
Are Lorana's parents like there at all at some point? I don't think we have seen them, right?
They would not be around, but you could ask if you wanted to.
No, he's just glad that they are not there.
That's what I thought.
That's why I'm asking. It's super fine they are not there. It was such a short time, Lorana, and yet again I have to leave.
I can bring you back every other
But-
day.
Yeah, you'll be back, right? And
Yeah, I guess we have the means to like return more regularly now.
the dreams as well.
Yeah. But like I don't want to like I don't want Red to like use too many spells and whatnot.
Well, and also, if we're abroad, sometimes they don't work. It's hit or miss. I don't want to promise that.
But yeah, we'll sure I will try to get to you as much as possible.
Okay, bye. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bop.
Send greetings to my parents. Bye!
So how exactly do you return?
Since I have an item from Quartermains, I can just teleport.
Mhm.
Probably back into the library where the book was from.
Just pop in on Reginald.
Hi,
Oh, yes, the library.
Ithiliana. How are you doing, by the way? We haven't talked in months, it feels like.
With the familiar sensation of the teleport, you return. This time to the library, probably without this. Where with a sudden gust of wind you would appear startling a poor Itheliana sitting in the corner. There's a moment where she uses a book that she's holding as a shield before realizing then if you... oh. I didn't think you would... Welcome back.
Hello there. Any news from Kara?
No, nothing. I
I'm sorry.
found a way to make contact.
Sorry about the startle. We had just grabbed a book from here, so it was a convenient teleport spot.
Quite alright. Is that going to happen more frequent?
Probably.
You could also use something from a different room.
Yeah, come to think of it, we probably should.
Easily grab something from the workshop or something along those lines.
Well, no, that's quite alright. Just This room is fine.
Like,
I
have you left this building at all yet?
No. I believe Reginald said it would not exactly be safe.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
we still don't know why. But actually, it might be. We should ask if Gromo can come and talk to you. It might be
Who?
slightly safer at this point. Like the silvers that were outside on the streets.
There was something about them being behind Waterman's. Yeah, I heard something of this one.
Yeah.
Because I feel really bad that you're just like in a cage here almost. Must
Oh, I mean,
be very boring.
alright. Given the circumstance and what has happened, I'm quite well. So,
And like in the grand scheme of things, you're like immortal or something, right? So
of a sort, as I understand
yeah, so this is only like just a short little time basically.
it, I'm quite happy about the fact that you are concerned for me. Really, you mustn't worry. I'm quite alright.
Okay, okay. I mean, yeah, of course, that's good. Sorry, it's just our last, well, you know, Kara, she became an alcoholic that ran away, so, you know,
I understand.
yeah.
Deep inside, Saleh feels really bad because up until this point he hasn't thought of this person for like 5 months, and now that she
Right.
says, "Oh, I'm so thankful that you're so worried about me," and he feels a little bit bad right now because he, hadn't think of visiting her at least sometimes or whatnot, just leaving her here, being all alone.
Fair, Evelyn spoke with both her and Aelith regarding keeping an eye on Endor, correct?
Yes.
Any changes at all with Under?
Oh, we've been feeding him. He's been drinking, but there's no changes. He seems fast asleep as always.
Well, I appreciate it all the same, that you're helping keep an eye on. We should probably go check on some things, and let's use that as her awkward way of exiting his.
We'll drop in again soon.
See ya.
Well, I guess I better go downstairs.
All right, I guess we should drop off that invitation letter.
Right.
And yeah.
And we can go do that. Not everybody has to come if you don't want to. You're welcome to do anything else that you want to prepare for leaving.
Yeah, I got a couple little like spell components and stuff to buy. I guess I'll try to do that.
Right, then I will make my way to the upper district and I'll catch up with you later.
Alrighty.
As soon as his mother's. Okay.
Listen.
So Elwyn will begin to make her way to the upper district.
Saleh will follow.
And Red is meeting off to buy some spell components.
Yeah, that, and I'll hit that like cushion shop that's in the medial district.
Okay. Then as which way is Huxley going?
I guess I could go with Red to also buy his spell components.
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
thank goodness.
Some relief. Silas and Evelyn head back towards the upper district, returning to the Quad Silver estate. You go through the usual spiel of waiting at the door, being let in, and soon enough, you find yourself once again in your father's company.
Your father, I have a letter for you, of invitation.
Well, that was quite fast. Unusual
we have-
these days, but not unwelcome.
It seems we had some additional connections that helped aid that letter to arrive faster. And she'll hand over the letter to her father.
Your father takes the letter and you see him for several moments looking over it, just sort of scanning it. Before he starts tucking it away into a breast pocket. Well, that is quite well. This is definitely enough for the council. I've informed your mother already. I suppose all that matters at the moment is she will be coming along.
Maybe
I've
she can
arranged
join
for
herself more than thought.
for your brothers to be outside the city, as you said as well. Though they will not be accompanying us to Undercover. Instead, they will be furthering my contacts out west.
Well, then that should take care of everything. For the time being.
You yourself said you wouldn't be staying in the city.
Nor out for a bit of night traveling, sightseeing, research.
Right, sightseeing. Well, I suppose then this will be the last time we'll see each other for a fair bit.
At least for the time being. We might find ourselves in Antigork briefly. Do take care, Father.
You too.
And then everyone will move to make her exit.
Is this awkward moment where he stands there unsure as to how to say goodbye before he stretches out his hand, offering you a firm handshake?
Ellen will reach out and take his hand, and
I hope your travels go well.
yours as well. She'll make her way out with Slay. Silas.
Look, I'm also saying Soleil all the time. I'm just completely not used to it yet.
Impossible to get rid of once it's stuck.
Yeah. It's been years of Soleil, you know, years!
It's true.
How did it go?
Well enough. I think that the letter should be easily sufficient for helping them be able to leave without any headaches.
Good. That's good.
Is there anyone you need to discuss things with, Silas?
What do you mean exactly?
Well, is there anyone that I know that you have friends, I think, in the city?
Oh yeah. Oh boy, I totally forgot about those. I was so excited to go back to Talk Arc. I definitely have to tell them to
You know,
leave.
it's possible that they'll be safe in the outer city if they don't want to fully leave in the refugee camps.
So there were no sleeping people
As
out there.
As far as any reports I've heard, it seems to be that seems completely safe as of yet. There's no. That's correct, Beggar, right? Nobody in the refugee camps, cities.
As far as you know,
Mhm.
hasn't been any.
I haven't heard. It's might be good to double check, but at least as far as I've heard, it's only been inside the walls of the city.
Oh, that's great to hear. I will definitely let them know.
Okay. So you make your way first back to Quartermain's? Or are you headed somewhere else? Your business in the upper district is concluded?
Owen will be good to head back to Quartermain's, but if like for Silas's bodyguard mode, if it like helps like at least getting to the doorway and then splitting off, she'd be like, yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. In the meantime, as you begin to make your way back, Rhett and getting over to where you can buy getting to where you can buy potions is easy enough, and you'll get there relatively quickly. There anything you were in particular looking for?
I think I would just browse
God dang it.
the like basic healing potions. But like if there was anything new in stock, we might look at them. In case there's like potions of heroism or just kind of whatever.
Double check what the potion shop has in store today.
Potion maker, I need your strongest potions.
How about a potion of power word kill?
Ooh.
How would that work?
Yeah, that's a good question. If you drink the potion, you are able to cast power word kill as much as you want to.
Yeah, sure. Are we sure about that? Because it sounds like it might just kill yourself.
Actually, I could use one of them.
Oh, wow. Yes!
Well, yeah.
I knew when there was another thing that this could only be one thing. God dang it. God dang it. Salty, go ahead and roll me 1d100.
Where's the dice?
The big die.
It's the big one.
The big one.
The one and only biggin.
Here we go, big one.
Oh, oh, that's a good one, maybe.
90.
Decent.
How many? 2?
Mm-hmm.
That's above 100, so I'm roll again.
Two pretty good rolls.
81.
Mm-hmm.
81 and 90.
That's the potion shop. And next time we roll for treasure, it's again like a 12 and a 23.
Maybe I should pre-roll it this
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's really high again. Oh no.
Oh no.
I might just set it to a low number. No, it's still moving. It doesn't count. 1. Yeah, perfect. 1.
Yeah, perfect.
Uh-huh.
I think we're good.
Uh-huh.
I totally rolled 1 for sure. I mean, I did. I don't know what you're talking about.
Amazing.
Okay, so amidst the potions, the store has all sort of mundane and uncommon potions. In terms of rare and very rare potions, these would be the ones currently in stock. Let me post that in just general for now. And there are 2 legendary potions as well. One each of the potion of Dragon's Majesty and a potion of Giant Size.
The Dragon's Majesty?
Mm-hmm. I can link it if you like.
If you don't mind.
Let me know if you don't have access, because it's like Fizzbans. I know not everyone has. I don't
Yeah,
remember if you
I
can just
don't.
look at them anyways. Then I will just post a picture. Let me do this instead.
I can probably look it up. Yeah, here it is. I found it.
Looks like liquid gold. You what the
transformed
fuck?
into a dragon?
How much is that potion?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what kind of color does the potion have?
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
a single scale in it.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me? Hold on, let me actually see how many types of dragons there are.
You can't use dragons' legendary lair actions. That's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Really? That's sad? You need
Yeah, it
those?
is.
You need those?
Yeah.
You really want those?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no change shape. Also sad. But it's still pretty cool.
Their same shape pretty much makes them look like a human.
Yeah.
I think we just need a price to know this is even possible.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you the price.
The giant size is like, it's pretty good, but
It's not a dragon size, you know.
it's not a dragon. You know what I mean?
But what if one of you bought one and one the other, and then you could be a giant dragon?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
This is when I give you the price and just chatter all in the upside.
Well, that's what I'm
Probably.
anticipating.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legendary. Still normally lesser because it's a single time use potion, but
Mm-hmm.
but
It's still pretty expensive for a single time use thing.
mm-hmm.
Now he's gonna be like, that's 1,000 gold. And we
Well,
will
that's
buy all of
I would
them.
be so disappointed that no one would have bought it before.
Yeah.
I know. I'd be like, why?
Fuck? What's wrong? So what's wrong with it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still 1,000 gold. Just imagine in the world of D&D, 1,000 gold is like very much. Can buy it like build like a mansion or something out of it.
The price of this potion is 61,000.
Okay, yep.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
How much gold? Yeah, something.
30,000.
I mean, you have a high charisma, right? You can get the price down.
Half off. Over half off. No. No, probably not.
Jeez.
That's the
You're
big
carrying
sad.
all the funds currently?
Most of
He's got
them.
all the party funds.
I have a little bit with me, but really not that much.
I have my secret funds.
How strong does the shopkeeper look?
Oh!
Oh
God.
no!
Real question.
We've come so far into this campaign without.
We don't have the
Yeah.
teleport off cooldown today. We
Are
can't
the
get away that
heroes?
fast.
Anyone other than Vidar actually know that.
Yeah, no.
Groma. The Silvers aren't gonna arrest us.
Evelyn is worshipped as a saint.
Hey man, if you want to go
Yeah.
for a charity drive in the lower district, the door's open.
I mean, she is worshipped as a saint, and at the same time, she's been like expelled
Do we still
from
have bounties
certain
on our head?
religions.
No, we do
Do we
not.
turn anybody in?
I walked up to a guard and asked him to arrest me. He's like, "You don't have a bounty. Get out of here, weirdo."
Yeah. No.
I did
At least not that you know.
Okay. Could I get pricing for potion of speed, longevity,
If I turn
superior
into a
healing?
bear and rob the store, no one's gonna know.
Potion of speed would be 400, and the potion
Okay.
of longevity is on the higher end. It's 9,000.
I'm still really tempted by it. Just for reasons.
Oh. Reasons. Huh?
Yeah, man.
Good reasons.
Huxley, how mad do you think people would be if we just like bought some years of life? I think they'd be fine, right? It'd be pretty good.
I mean, like, that ghost stole some of your life, so you know it would be good.
That's what I was thinking. Like that just happened. Yeah.
How old is Rat?
27.
So going back to teenage Rat is not impossible.
It's highly likely. If he were to drink this right now. No, I know because mainly in that I think it could help your research.
No, that's fine.
This is my thinking.
Sure.
So 9,000, and what about what are superior healing potions worth? I don't even remember. Are they 500?
A superior healing potion would be 405. I can't spell.
450. Got it.
450. 450 gold.
Got it.
I tried to say 400 and 500 for some reason. I don't know. My mind.
400.
Did someone want to roll me a 1d20 anyways, just to see what kind of scale is in there?
What?
All you, Huxley.
1D what?
D20. See what kind of dragon lies in store in that potion.
No. Yeah.
Lies in store, I get him.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It was 60, right?
60,000.
61,000 to be
61.
to be.
I could talk him down to 60,000. I could do that.
But 61, impossible. 60,000 would be okay.
That would nearly wipe out.
Well, it's a classic.
Hmm.
It's a shimmering deep red scale.
Oh.
Oh, that's so
We could
good.
like... We could
That's so good.
turn into our old friend the red dragon we freed.
Yeah.
Only for an hour.
Yeah.
It would only be an adult dragon, not like an ancient dragon, right? I guess
Only-
the one we
only
freed is...
adult, yes.
The one we freed is probably has been an ancient one.
Most likely.
Probably. Okay, how much? I'm looking at
Fred's
these.
AC would go down.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
calm down.
Listen, an adult red dragon only has an armor class of 19.
What was I even saying?
I'm sorry.
You said the shop also had all manner of uncommons.
Yes.
How much would potions of water breathing be? Just because I feel like we're gonna fly over water and
Potions of water breathing would only cost you 100 each.
okay. Could I get 4 of those?
Mm-hmm.
The 2 superior healings. Hang on, I'm gonna do a calculator.
Mm-hmm.
Speed and the longevity. That's coming up to 10,250 for me. And listen, I'm a long time customer. We do a lot of repeat business. Could I persuade you to give us the friends and family discount? I'm saying.
Go ahead and roll me.
I really should know who the shopkeeper is at this point. Just walk in and be like, hey, friend.
We are probably some of the big spenders that they see.
Go ahead.
Hux can turn invisible.
Oh no. That's an 11.
Yeah.
I have
Is it worth?
snips.
Is it worth using a stand?
We rarely make money. It might be here.
It's true.
We very
Keep doing
rarely
all these
actually
things
make
for
money.
free.
When have we turned
Okay,
into
so
such
16.
Samaritans?
Sell some things.
Several times when you had like a horde in front of you and then you only took half.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair.
16 you said?
16, yeah. Was there any of those that anyone else wanted? I feel like I'm picking up the good ones, but
Oh no, I think you're good.
what kind of a small discount does a 16 get me?
Well, according to the roll, a full 20%,
What?
Oh.
running you about 9,000 gold pieces.
Sold.
Wait.
Hmm.
What was the original price?
10,700 minus
Of the
it's
dragon?
400 plus.
No, the dragon one was 61,000.
No, the,
Oh, right,
the dragon
right,
one is
right.
61,000.
Right, I thought
no,
you said like
yeah, no.
you were trying to get a discount on it.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Mhm.
Were there any random postage that you wanted, Huxley, as well? Of the
He's
common
just
or uncommons?
fixated on the dragon one.
Oh,
Actually, write down.
I'm sure nobody else has that money to buy it
Oh,
until we randomly see a red
Do
dragon
you-
in the city.
I'm just curious. Are these potions like things we can pick up and handle? Can we pick this potion up and like look at this dragon scale?
well, the dragon one would definitely be in a sort of glass
Okay.
case on
Fair enough.
display.
Yeah.
The most of the other potions you'd have easy access to. The sort of as soon as it gets to about 1,000 in terms of value, you
Sure.
can see that in this large case at the back of the store. Then
Sure.
you could get handed from the store owner, but you wouldn't just be able to pick up yourself.
And hand to a random rat that's standing on the floor and then turn around. Got it.
I mean, you could try and convince them to, hand
No, that's
to
okay.
you if you really wanted to.
No.
Really wreck the store?
You're good. What?
I'm sure he isn't gonna look when there's a maelstrom going on inside his store.
Oh boy!
I mean, you're right.
I mean, it's probably a correct assumption to make.
Or what if we pretend that the spirit of a dragon comes to haunt him for taking one of his skills?
Can
Summon a spirit of a dragon?
Look, I'm not there, but I'm interested
That's
in.
that's believable.
Yeah.
Actually.
Discount.
Send him a dream that he should really give us this potion.
That is easily within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna walk out. But listen, once I walk out, I'm not privy to what Huxley does. Okay? I left. I'm leaving. I'm going to where I buy spell components.
I'm just gonna look at the shopkeeper with like big eyes, morphing into the most adorable little guy ever. And just stares at him.
Can I help you?
I'd do anything for that potion.
Well, you and quite a few others, I imagine. The most valuable potion we've ever had.
Yeah, but I can do cool stuff. I could send you on a really cool vacation anywhere in the world. Right now.
Don't think I wanna be anywhere in that world right now.
Antogarg is really
Is
cool.
that- You're not. That's not a threat, is it?
It can be.
Alright, go ahead and roll me.
I'm really
wasn't,
bad
but
at vacations.
Is
16.
That's a good roll.
I'm proficient at intimidation.
it a charisma check for you or a strength check?
well, considering the nature of,
Right.
because you're not like making yourself big and actually like physically threatening right now would be crazy.
No, I look
But
really
you could
adorable.
do a strength intimidation if you were legitimately
Yeah.
The most adorable
Um,
intimidation.
Ryan. I think it'd be better for both of us if you left the store for now.
Or I could like, if there's anything you want to know, I can talk to the gods. For you.
Or you could ask the gods to give you some money.
That's
Damn.
That was a good one.
Precisely 61,000 of it.
I could also turn you into a mouse.
Ooh.
I think you should leave.
Walks out very sadly. Just dragging his feet, looking back.
How is Hux acting like a scolded child? Like, that was told they can't have candy. When immediately after making multiple threats.
He doesn't have those spells prepared right now.
It was just a
For the
threat.
best.
Lucky for that.
It wasn't a threat, it was just a miscalculation.
For today.
Mhm.
Okay, so
I saw Waiting Fox go immediately after she left. Turn invisible and go back. uh,
I could turn invisible.
I mean, shops like these probably have some kind of protection going on.
Oh no. All that I do is I go and buy some more diamond dust.
Red, long gone, as all of this takes place, goes and buys some diamond dust.
I mean, I think those shops are like close to each other.
Yep.
So I assume I'll just hang out at that shop until I know Huxley was gonna get some spell components.
Should we buy
Technically-
another gem encrusted bowl worth at least 1,000 gold?
It never hurts. Do you need 1,000 gold for that?
Yes.
Okay. We buy another one worth 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put that on.
It'll be right at the diamond store.
Nice. And you can put that on your inventory sheet. As you will. No luck on the potion, huh?
Doesn't want to just give it to me.
Yeah. I like that sometimes.
But I really want to turn into a dragon.
I mean, that's understandable. Huh. You have to figure out how to make some money. Maybe we should be nicer to Vidar. He seems like he had a lot of money.
We've been so nice to Vidar. Let's
Especially our last interaction.
let's
with
just
him.
say
You
it
guys
could
were
be
always-
way worse.
His house.
Maybe we should go back to his house.
Ask him for money.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, well, he has actually given us a lot of stuff recently.
I could also make the ceiling collapse of the store.
Well, okay.
I do actually have that spell prepared now.
Okay, well. I also have this nice little scroll that, like, if I could get near it for like 10 minutes, we could just summon it to us whenever we wanted it, but you know.
We should go back.
I don't think he's taking it out of that case today. Unfortunately.
I can look like Vidar.
I really don't feel like I want to be involved in this.
If Vidar comes in, do you think he'll take out the...
Yes, I think he would.
No, Hux is making puppy eyes at Brett.
I'm gonna set this spell scroll down on the table here. And I pull out the scroll of instant summons. And I think I'm gonna head back to Quartermains.
Mm-hmm.
The girl just has to touch the potion?
I'll look it up real quick.
The problem is, I'm also a really terrible liar.
And your wardrobe doesn't change, correct?
No.
I believe it basically casts this spell. In general.
But it's only 1 minute or 10 minutes.
It looks like 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute to cast.
Do I need to make a check to cast it?
These on the wizard spell list, so yes.
I think it'd be like it's a DC 16 Arcana check.
Yeah, I don't think Hux can pull this off by himself.
Well, unfortunate.
Actually, no. If you have a, do you have a 6th level? Yeah, you would have 6th level spell summon. You
Yeah.
would be able to cast it then, yeah, without a check. I mean,
Because it's the spell scroll versus
Yeah.
trying to do like a magic surge thing. Or the overcasting thing.
or casting a scroll as someone who doesn't have the appropriate slot. So you would not have to make a check when casting this scroll correctly. But you still would have to cast it for a minute.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you're encouraging this, so
I'm-
Hux is gonna go and buy a fancy outfit.
Okay, yeah, I mean you are in the medial sort of shopping
Yep.
district. It's fairly easy for you to wander down the street and find a shop that sells fine clothing.
Gonna turn into like a human.
Mhm.
Taller than he usually is. And just buy some fancy clothing.
Is there anything specific in terms of style? Again?
I mean, basically, like, I know how Vidar dresses, so. In a similar fashion.
Mm-hmm. Can you give me a history?
You're super good at history, right?
I am great. history. I'm better at history than I am at deception. So a 13.
Okay. Quickly check. I believe fine clothing is something like 25 gold. $15 would cost you for fine clothing of a Vidar style, as you imagine.
So Rhett said he was going back. He's actually circling back around toward the shop and finding a hiding spot, like looking at the shop.
She'll give me a stealth roll.
Yeah, dude. Ooh,
Not bad.
that's a dirty 30.
Jeez.
Dirty 30? Alright. You will very quickly
Alright.
realize that, especially in a place like Polythreme, where close to the center you'll always have, the oppressive darkness of the next plate above you. The easiest place to hide where nobody looks is up. So instead of running away in like an alley between, two shop buildings, you simply circle around and fly up. And onto the roof of the opposing store, you have a great view of the potion shop. Even being able to sort of peer a good distance inside through the glass.
Okay.
Is there anything else you buy other than the Vidar clothing?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
It would make way more sense to do this. But I will go back. Well, I will put on the clothing,
Uh-huh.
and then I will go back to the store and turn into Vidar.
Where exactly do you turn into Vidar?
Kind of just on the way, slowly morphing into Vidar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a sudden transformation.
Do you try to do it without anyone seeing? There are quite a few people on the streets. It is the sort of shopping district, the Mediocre district. It's
I
not
think-
crowded like the lower, but there are a few people wandering back and forth.
Yeah, to Hugs, it's so natural to shift, so he won't really pay attention to or I
Oh my god.
Okay. Can you give me, what would this be? A wisdom roll.
No, I need the nat 20 for the deception roll.
Maybe you'll get another one. Okay. As detailed as you can, you shift into Vidar. Red, you can already see as, in fine black clothing, this long cloak, you see Vidar approaching. But you definitely know that it's not Vidar.
All right.
But Huxley visually looks the part.
Very good. Is Huxley ever within 120 feet?
Yes. As soon as
And-
Huxley will get to sort of the front of the store, he will be within 120 feet.
Then you're gonna get a little voice that comes into your head as you're like thinking about what you're gonna say. I'm gonna try to give you a bardic inspiration with some more ideas and lines of what Vidara usually does and says. Now that I see this is your plan.
There's this slight ring as you open the door. The instant you do, you see the potion merchant look up, and there's this sort of surprise on his face. Oh, Councilman Vidar. Sorry, sir. Lennon. It's been quite a while. I did not expect you to be here today. We have some wonderful new potions in store, or perhaps it's something like a custom order like last time.
Yes. Oh. I've heard that you have a special potion in your stock.
Um,
A dragon making potion.
Oh, of course, yes. Our store's most prestigious. I'm not surprised that it's made the rounds. Yes, it's. You see him sort of wander over, squeezing his way past the counter towards the center of the store, where in this glass cube on a pedestal you see the potion. Yeah, it's probably one of the, if not the rarest potion that Polythreme has ever seen.
Yes. Would you allow me to take a look at it?
Of course.
It is for my studies. You understand.
Go ahead and roll me a performance check.
Wow.
That is a 25.
Oh.
Oh, a 24.
Okay. You see him sort of hurry over with a small key, unlocking the glass square sitting on top of the little pedestal, and he lifts it up, and very carefully, you see his hands almost shaking a little bit, and he picks up the potion and holds it over to you.
If you wouldn't mind putting it on this paper scroll, it is just I must test the scale.
Of course, I mean, we have a certificate, but I understand you probably like to
It
identify
is just for
yourself.
studies. Thank you.
Of course. You see him sort of grab the scroll from you, unfurl it. Can you roll me a deception roll?
No.
No.
Troll.
I love that it's an immediate no.
3.
Oh my gosh.
You have snips.
You
have your snap.
Yes.
I will use.
Ah,
How badly do you want to become a dragon?
very badly.
Oh.
12.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to look as stern as possible.
Well, luckily, your good rolls earlier have given you some bonuses on the DC, so without much checking off the scroll at all, you see him sort of, roll it out and place the potion on top, sort of in the center as much as he can, and take a step back.
I will just start casting the spell.
You start casting the spell, and in a couple of seconds, you come close to fulminant, and you cast the spell.
seems to be what I thought. I must make notes about this. Goodbye.
Of course. Do you want me to hold this in case you would like to purchase it later?
Yes, please.
Oh no.
Okay, there wasn't anything wrong with it, was there?
No, no, it. It was great.
Okay. Well, we'll hold the potion, and when you are ready to purchase it, we will have it ready for you.
Oh, clouds. But like, you know, swings the cape around,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
storms out.
Red, as you observe, you see for several moments the store owner still just standing there as Uda turns around the corner. From the angle you have, you just can't see his face, but after a few moments, you see him sort of, make sure the potion is correctly placed again on the pedestal, and you see him sort of lock it back up and then take the pedestal entirely and walk back towards the counter where you lose sight of him. And you see the fake Vidar going out through the door and going around the corner.
Okay.
The Vidar face slowly, like, transforms back.
Isn't all your clothes like super oversized though now? If you go
Yeah,
back to
he'll probably
normal.
stay, like, kind of human shaped. Like a human sized Huxley.
Ah.
You just add a note to potions currently in the potion shop.
I got actually nervous. But I don't know if he sees red. He'll like give an excited thumbs up.
No, I'm still hiding. I'm expecting the shopkeeper to like come out, calling for guards any moment.
Yeah, you wait for that moment.
I wait for a while.
It never comes. You see Huxley sort of walking down the street, already shifted back.
I'll start marking my way down, letting my concentration on modify memory go, and rejoin Huxley.
My God. What do you do with
Menaces
the
to
clothes?
society.
Absolutely.
The whole team, by the way.
After you shifted back, do you switch out of the clothing as well, or do you continue?
No,
on?
I think Hugs will like. He will stop looking like an exact copy of Vidar, but still kind of keep looking like a dark-haired human.
Okay.
Like,
I'm not gonna like rejoin Huxley until much later.
Okay. Is there anything else you were looking to buy while you're there?
No.
Huxley did wanted to buy random bits and bobs, but now he's way too excited to go back.
The scroll tightly wound up, ready to summon you a potion.
This is the best use of this item.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to do before you returned to Quatermain?
I think we've done enough.
Then you return to Quatermain's.
Ablin, don't you think they're taking quite long this time?
I mean, it's a awfully long shopping trip. I actually thought that they'd beat us back.
Yeah. Hope nothing happened to them.
What could they possibly get up to in a potion shop?
I mean, something could have happened beforehand or afterwards.
suppose that's.
Why would you
reasonable.
think anything would happen in a potion shop?
I don't know. Ominous thoughts.
I think Huxley gets back first, probably. So Huxley can explain himself.
By the time you arrive at Quartermains, have you shifted back to Huxley or are you still? Because right now you're somewhat of a stranger, of course.
Yeah, so I think you would still look like that.
Okay. And you probably hear a knock on the door.
Did Silas stay or did Silas go to talk to friends?
He would probably wait for these two to
Yeah, let's go
return
back.
before he would go to his
Like, have
friend.
to knock, or can you just walk in?
I mean, you could just walk in, I guess.
I mean, normally he wouldn't knock, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you. turn
I
the
was
handle
just
and
in
you
the
step
workshop.
inside. Probably very faintly, as you're in the workshop, you hear the door.
That must be them now.
And then you hear Aelith. Excuse me.
Here you go.
You supposed to be here?
Yes. What do you
Do you
mean?
sound like Huxley?
Yep.
Oh. What's your favorite food?
Pigeon stew.
What was that?
Pigeon stew.
Pigeons too.
Okay, that was Alright, I'm just gonna go out and say it. Huxley?
Yes.
Right, okay. You turn around and close the door.
Evelyn would be working on things, so she wouldn't think to go and check on them. Otherwise, she'd have questions about Hux's outfit.
This is you right now, if you want it.
I feel like the clothing's more.
Silas comes around the
Oh, okay.
corner and is like, "Welcome back. Who are you?"
What do you mean?
Oh, it's Hux.
Everyone's so confused.
You
That would be enough to draw Evelyn's attention.
you look different. I haven't seen you this way before.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
That's
I still. Allowance.
Why does everyone have my tokens everywhere? The
some
the
an interesting look.
I turned into a dog.
You
You what?
Get them so I can turn into a dragon now.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry. Can you back that up a bit? I feel like there's a few steps between those statements that I have lost.
Well, we went to the potion shop and they had a potion that can turn you into a dragon, but they didn't want to give it to us. So I turned into a dar to make a copy of the potion, or put the potion into the spell scroll, so now we can summon the potion. Gives you like the biggest grin.
What? What do you mean summon the potion?
With the scroll, it lets you summon the thing.
What if someone drinks the
Where's-
potion beforehand?
We should be summoning it right now.
And where's Rhett?
It
Okay.
disappeared.
Creek. Ah, you made it back.
Evelyn's eyes are boring into right now.
I
I'm
lost
feeling
track of you when I left the shop.
interesting.
give me a deception roll.
No. It's obviously lying.
You alright?
Oh man.
So,
we should summon the potion right now, because what if someone's gonna drink it?
Summon a potion?
Yeah, the potion that I put into the spell scroll.
That worked? I mean, you... Wow.
Yeah,
Which,
the words of
which
encouragement
shop
you
is
gave
this?
me were really helpful.
In which shop
Wait,
exactly
hold on.
were you at?
The one we always go to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I did buy a bunch of other potions.
So you were there as well.
Not at the same time as this character. I didn't actually...
Did you guys just steal a potion? Why did you?
No.
Why didn't
the
you just
potion
buy
was
it?
in the shop.
Why didn't you just buy it?
It was 61,000 goldinos.
What the fuck? Don't tell me that potion actually turned someone into a dragon. I thought that was just Hux.
No, it actually turns someone into an adult red dragon. For an hour.
Like, the one we saw that time.
Yes. We thought it would be really helpful if we were like flying through the blight and then, you know. But we didn't have enough money to buy it, so we didn't buy it, and then I left. And then I guess Vidar bought it? Is that what happened?
No, Widar just wanted to copy it. Or not he just wanted to study the scale.
Which scale?
That was in the potion.
Do we have to drink the potion with the scale? How big is a dragon scale? And like, can you just gulp it down, or how? Silas is not thinking about important things right
At
now.
all.
Yeah.
Evelyn is like rubbing her like temples, like looking like she's like trying to suppress a migraine right now.
So is it still for sale, or did you actually pretend like you were buying it and he like...
I said I'd probably buy it later.
So did he put it aside for you?
Yeah.
Oh, well then no one's gonna drink it, you're good.
Oh, that's true.
So we haven't done anything at this point. The potion's in the shop. And, you know, it'll probably stay there unless something really bad happens to us so we happen to need it. And then we can buy it at that point, right?
So it's just an emergency exit case kind of thing.
Yeah, and we just pay him back real quick after.
Yes. Right. Emergencies.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me. In other news, I have this potion of longevity that extends people's lives like a lot. That's pretty interesting. You know.
Potion of longevity.
Yeah. You might want to look at this one. Here you go.
Kind of narrows her eyes on red, but takes the potion and goes back into her workshop.
I was just trying to think. We could all do some research today, and yeah, okay, alrighty.
I need to buy a couple of those for Lorana and me at some point, I guess, in the future.
So, you know, that's a good idea. And I bought you a potion of speed and a potion of water breathing, Silas.
I mean, that'll do for now. I like it, thank you.
Good. And you wanna that potion of speed and water breathing.
Potion of speed and water breathing. Alright.
I'll also hand Vidar a potion of water breathing. I mean, you probably don't need this because you're a vampire, but you know what. I was gonna give Evelyn one of those water breathing as well.
All right.
So we each have one. Anyway, any timetable on when we're leaving the city? For no
I haven't
particular
heard
reason.
from Vidar yet. The actual.
Well, Vidar, you should. Oh, okay, right, yeah. Yeah, really, Huxley. You should probably change back into Huxley at this point.
What do
This
you
is kind of
mean?
confusing.
I am Huxley.
Yes. Could you change back into the smaller Huxley?
I have to change my clothes.
Yeah. Okay. You should keep those close though.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I made a mistake today. Sorry.
What do you mean?
I don't know yet what I mean.
Okay, is there anything else for
No.
the rest of the day?
Evelyn's gonna research the potion without trying to keep it so that she's not messing with the integrity of the potion, but
Mm-hmm.
making some notes and trying to distract herself. And
Okay. Go ahead and
as a
roll me an Arcana check.
Mhm.
In the meantime, Hux, if you ever turned into a dragon, may I ride you?
I think you've stunned Huxley.
I will.
Sorry, I was reading the spell. What did you say?
I just said, if you ever turned into a dragon, would I be allowed to ride on your back?
Of course.
23.
Then I'm totally up for this plan.
I like that the second time you said it was much differently phrased.
Yeah, because I noticed myself that it "may I ride you" could be interpreted differently.
Okay. You determine through identifying it from the outside that it contains a measure of chrono magic, but it's somewhat unstable. When you drink this potion, there is a slight chance that it could work in the opposite effect. You'd imagine that if you were to use this potion multiple times to, you know, extend your life many, many more years, each subsequent time likely has an increased chance of not working in the way you intend.
Got it.
But if you had a stabilizing agent,
But would it just not work, or would it just kill you then, or shorten
It
your
would
life?
add years instead.
Add years versus
Instead
removing
of
years.
Oh, see.
As you go to have a long rest this evening, unless there's anything you wanted to do, it would likely be
Well-
at least one more full day before you get contact.
didn't Silas eventually go down to?
I
His
would at
friends?
least go to my friends and tell them to go outside the city walls if possible.
Having previously sort of established a place for Gaga, and I definitely remember. Oh my!
The problem is I can always remember Skaga, but I also always forget the other one's name.
Where did I write this down? Oh, no. This is
It
terrible.
was Dalmarn.
Dalmarn, yes, that was the name. Having previously established a place for them to stay outside the city in Clifford, since, their previous prosecution,
Mm-hmm.
you would have an easy place to send your friends. Even though they are, as you would at least imagine, no longer, being looked for by the Forge Master, since they, as an organization, are in quite a bit of turmoil between themselves at the moment. They still had not re-entered the city to begin with.
Oh yeah, probably should tell them that they're no longer persecuted.
To a degree, you'd imagine they would already know,
Okay.
just because it's the sort of fall of the Silvers and subsequent message from Gromo definitely made the rounds amongst everyone. So specifically for Sabal and Darpik, you find accommodations likely close to the other two, as you try and get them and their families out of the city as well.
Mm-hmm. Good, good.
You would have a full day of, I guess, downtime before you'd get contacted. Is there anything in particular you would do in the city before you do?
Probably more research for Evelyn. I have the blueprints of the Arcanum engine. Is it possible to review and research the blueprints to investigate things like the power source, different mechanics and things like that, to see how they intertwined the magic with the engine that they used?
Which blueprints were these again?
So these are the blueprints for the Arcanum engine of the island that we went, like their floating island, that the engine was all in pieces. That I think is what created the
Oh,
portal
right.
thing,
Yes,
and
yes,
also
yes.
caused it to
Okay.
like float ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm.
So I have those blueprints. And she studied them for the purposes of looking for either power sources or most efficient use of intertwining magic into something like an engine like that, and how the wizards did it with that. Does that make sense? So just spending time with that based on her end goals, kind of trying to look for additional.
Give me an Arcana check.
Mhm. Uh, 27.
It doesn't take you very long to sort of figure out what the engine draws power from. Being partially self-powered by an internal power source, simply magical energy stored in a vessel, a crystal, or something similar, only meant to sort of kickstart the process. Most of the energy comes from the surrounding, just ambient magic that is then being drawn into this engine and used to sort of funnel into this portal that then To a degree, you definitely have an easy time figuring out how to create this sort of ignition power source, and the engine actually drawing energy or magic from the surrounding would be fairly easy to replicate. But you'd also know that that sort of energy source would likely have difficulty functioning in an environment where there is no ambient magic,
Mm-hmm.
which in the known cases that you know would specifically be inside the blind. Whereas if you use something more internal as a power source, like the sort of ignition star, but to a possibly larger size, it would likely keep running much longer than that
Okay.
in such an environment.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was gonna hang out around here today.
Okay.
And I don't know if I can help Evelyn with any of that stuff, but
Probably
I,
much
I,
like
I was gonna kind
helping
of,
a mechanic, you
yeah.
could sort of stand by and whenever a tool is needed, hand
Hmm.
the corresponding tool over. But
As she like talks about this, I'm like, if you need a power source for something, I have this amulet I'm not using anymore. Pull out my amulet of health. It seems like it could power something smaller.
Not overall yet. It could be lined up towards what might work. I'll consider it.
Yeah. You want to hold on to it? And I mean, I'm not using it at all.
I can take it.
Bless
See
you.
if I can't. Thank you. I can add it to my research.
Yeah. Was there any word on when your family was going to leave?
Likely within the next few days. I'm sure. My father probably already took the letter to the council yesterday. But it's possible it was delayed until today. More of based on when he got over there. Then it would have been presumptuous to an extent for him to prepare to leave
Yeah.
earlier than that. So then there would be the expected delay of leaving for
Day,
good
2, 3.
face.
Yeah.
So potentially, I would expect him to be out of the town, out of the city, within the next 3 days.
Yeah, fair enough. I've just been thinking
Possibly
more about.
sooner.
Yeah. Just been thinking more about the unintelligible thing that Silas was told. I still haven't been able to make any sense of it. But, you know, you were better at that thing than me. And I realized that I obviously judged you very harshly the last time you did something that I probably shouldn't have. It's obviously you had no way of knowing, and that's not your intention. So, point being, I'll trust your judgment on whatever you want to do. Just, let us know ahead of time. This time, please.
Of course, I can do that. I appreciate that. Obviously, I do agree I should have discussed it with you beforehand. And that was a shortcoming on my part. It's difficult.
More than likely, we would have done the same thing. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. That's why I'm apologizing. So, anyway.
My only issue with the information that Silas received is it's difficult to know the motivations.
Yeah, for sure.
which causes me to question everything that's said, if we can even take it at face value, as skewed of a face as it is.
Sure. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, I'll trust your judgment on it, and just what makes sense in general to you.
At least at this point, there's. I see no reason to stop my research and attempting to cause the outcome. Stop the outcome from happening again.
Yeah.
And maybe more will be revealed later on.
Could be. But I think end of the day, at least we kind of figured out if we need to go to that plane of air, we know where that is. It might be hard getting through it, but I think we could figure that out. If we really need to go in and take care of that guy at some point later on.
Right. I know that there's a quote-unquote time out of sorts that I'm trying to be mindful of for those that are sleeping currently. But hopefully
Thanks.
some of the answers will be a bit easier to work out.
Yeah. Hopefully. And hopefully in the meantime we can figure something else out as far as the staying alive problem.
Hopefully that's still all kind of tied into the same ending.
Yeah.
Thank you, Red.
Thank you. Thanks for, doing the things you do even when we get mad at you. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. I know your heart's in the right place at the end of the day.
That is what I'm hoping.
As she contemplates tearing her heart out and replacing it with a mechanical.
Some heart in that place, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Al.
Okay. The following day, you receive word to come to Vidar's hangar.
Yeah.
You do so immediately, or is there anything else?
Make sure gather all the things and then.
Yeah, gather the things. Gather like a couple rations. It's, very basic.
Emma would probably pack her bags with all of her current research notes and supplies and stuff.
A quick question. Where would you keep those rations?
In the bag of holding. Okay. You can basically assume the only things that I keep like on and in my belt or pockets are potions and my weapons and whatnot.
Makes sense.
So like extra clothes, tinderbox, like a disguise kit, that kind of thing are all in the bag of holding.
Then you make your way to Vidar's. Back in its hangar where you had first seen it, and where you had recently spent several hours working on the construction of a cannon for it, you find the familiar form of the Dart. Though there are several changes already visible from the outside. The gate leading to the bridge and the ship's interior has been changed. It's no longer this flat shutter gate open sideways, but a set of staggered rings that appear to be able to split down the middle. Multiple panes of thick glass set into these rings seem to allow you to peer outside without needing to open the gate. Another change, and one you yourself had a hand in, is the charging base of the ship's new cannon, situated near the bow of the outer deck. And lastly, you find an addition you had not previously seen. Situated towards the outside of the dart, towards the sides, one on either side, you find bases attached to rolls of chain, topped with small cannons loaded with harpoons.
Oh.
And nearby the ship, emerging out of the shadows as soon as you've opened the hangar door, you see the familiar form of the dog, the real one.
Do you mean the
But we
real
have
one?
slowly morphed back to the usual stuff.
You see him already looking towards the ship, and you, for speaking. I figured it would be sensible to explain while you're in front of them. For the time being, for this journey of ours, I have attached harpoon launchers to the dart, serving a rather simple purpose. Our first flight takes us rather directly south. There is an aforementioned cluster of storms barring us direct passage west. We are going to search for a way through these storms. We need to charter a passage that is free, or at least largely so, of any blight infestation, lest we would have a repeat of our journey to the Archaeon. Whilst we are in flight, skirting around these storms, we will need to occasionally hunt in the sort of way. You've perhaps learned before in the underground that the presence of the blight does not only destroy life, but its influence, especially towards the edges of its reach, will corrupt life to an extent. By using these harpoons to find and capture aerial creatures, we'll be able to ascertain the general corruption in an area, which in turn will give us information to the presence of blight and a safer passage through the storms.
I am sure the Silas will be thrilled.
Can't wait to shoot one of those.
Alright. Our journey takes us to the heart of Calais. I hope you've completed all of your business in Polythreme for a while. The journey alone will likely take us a week there, and then we will see what we find of Boltzmann.
Yeah, that's
Believe.
fine by me.
Concluded all of our matters.
Then, as many times before, you step onto the airship, feeling
Been
the
settled.
thrum of its engines as it begins to rise off the ground. The hangar opens above you, open to the sky, and the airship begins to ascend towards the cloud. Launching off the upper district, it is already closer to the clouds than the ground, stretching far below, around the rings of the city. And shortly after, the clouds descend upon the outer deck, drenching the airship in mist and water, before its bow breaks through and out the top of the clouds. The sea of white lies before you again, and the dart starts to move forward, building momentum. The clouds soon start rushing by the ocean as your flight south begins in earnest. The dart flies for most of the day, climbing to a height where even the clouds only barely reach. The air outside has gotten cold, and as the sun would sink below the cloud line, for a few minutes a deep orange red blankets the clouds around you like great islands of fire in the dark night sky. During this day of travel, where would you spend most of your day?
Unless otherwise, everyone would probably be deep down in the like sort of medic bay that they had,
Mhm.
continuing her research kind of stuff.
Um, I think I'll probably enjoy the windows, the new windows a bit.
I
So
will.
every day you're up in the clouds.
I will ask Vidar if I can take some test shots of these babies to see if I can get used to them in case we actually use them.
If you're shooting them against no targets, it would likely be best if you fired them far to the side. Trying to reel them in before they scratch up the outside too much.
Yeah, sounds great. Maybe Hux can throw some things out there I can try and hit or something. I don't know.
Or Lux will do anything to not be bored.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. I'm just trying to occupy Hux before
You
Hux
spend
does
some
stupid
time
things.
out in front of the ship, where the cold wind starts blowing past you, and quite a bit of speed as the soars through the clouds. Due to the wind, you find that it is definitely harder than you'd expect to fire these harpoons. Is there anything you do aim at? Is there anything you throw? And if so, what?
What do we have we can throw that we don't need is the thing. Or can you cast like illusions or something that I could aim at, or I don't know, something that I don't want to throw random stuff out, you know.
Um,
Uh,
not really.
Just shoot Hux. No.
Oh wow.
Listen, no. I'm just picturing Hux turning into something and then just trying to shoot Hux.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that, but then I also thought that the
Wow.
dart is like 20 times faster than Hux, and Hux is just gonna be
That's
gone.
true. That's true.
That's the thing. I thought about it, but yeah, I don't think that would work.
Do any of us have like a weapon that we can just summon back to our hand, maybe? When we throw it? I don't.
oh no,
It's
I
a common
completely
thing, right?
forgot something I wanted to do before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Hugs would have forgotten on the day we went out to the stores, but the next day he would have gone out and bought a tree seed
Okay.
or a sapling for a tree
Okay.
and planted it in a pot in his room
All right.
by a window.
I was
And
about to
then
say, no
probably
light.
after leaving, or before leaving, he would have asked Aelif to water it every day.
Okay. Could have very easily done
Okay. Yeah, I could make leaves appear outside the window, I guess.
Holy damn, that's some targets, like some
that. I mean,
leaves to
that would
shoot
be
at.
impressive. But the size of these harpoons, you'd be pretty certain if you were to spear a leaf, you'd just obliterate him.
I could summon a couple devils made out of dust.
Nice.
I mean, that's something, you know. I mean, the devils would be like, "Geung," just gone immediately because we're so much faster than them.
I know. I say retribution. Turn behind me.
Oh, baby!
I take the potion away from him. I pick him up and throw him off the side.
I immediately aim and try and shoot it.
Alright, so you spend the day shooting retribution.
Yes.
Yes.
You toss him off the front of the ship. Immediately, of course, in the wind, he starts flying backward. As quickly as you can, you swivel the harpoon, aim, and fire. Can you go ahead and roll me an attack
No modifiers.
as your average performance throughout the day?
19 plus. I don't know if there's a plus, but it's a 19.
At first, it's significantly harder to aim in this wind and speed than anticipated. Every time you fire the harpoon, especially due to its sort of hooks intended to pull things closer, they also catch the wind a lot more than the fletching of an arrow. And they turn significantly as you fire them into the wind. Throughout the day, you probably only hit one shot or so at the rat. The rest would be close, and if you were targeting larger prey, you'd likely hit. But given the size of the rat, and the fact that it's flitting by and quite a bit of speed, you only land one hit, which in and of itself is impressive. And you're fairly confident that should you hunt, encounter anything flying, you should at least be able to hit a couple of these shots.
Yes, goddammit, I got it! Did you see that, Hux? Did you see that, rat? I got the fucking thing. Finally.
Damn. He looks more dead than he was when he was dead.
As you reel in the harpoon after every time you fire. After the one hit, you do see a stain of red on the tip, though you don't see any of retribution, of course, unless you turn and summon retribution anew. Retribution looks just fine.
You know, I was kind of mad about this when we first got him, but it's working out.
Yeah. It's a give and take. Mostly a take.
Okay. You spend a major part of the day sort of continuing to shoot the cannon every now and then, and only really start moving back inside once evening rolls around. Once dusk. And once the sun begins to set,
So pretty.
I am assuming you have the mansion up.
Yes. I shall put it up for our evening meal and whatnot. And also, once we're done with retribution, I will hand him
Yeah.
Supreme Healing Potion again.
as the sort of red of the sunset fades, the blue hue of night and moon soon falls over the cloud ocean and above. As you look up, just before sort of, returning to the insides of the ship or through the windows, as much as you can see, a blanket of stars lies across the dark void. Clear and starry skies like these you've rarely ever seen. In Polythreme, even perched up high on the upper district, these kinds of nights are still muddled with the ambient light of the city, the vapors and the smog of its beating heart. Even in Antog, the lights shine so much brighter along the streets so close to its people, and only far out in the sprawling fields would you ever catch a glimpse of such a sky. And never have you ever seen it before span sort of from horizon to horizon as you are above the clouds. And soon you would probably settle in for a long rest.
Yeah.
Then, warm and secure in the magnificent mansion, you rest throughout the night and awaken in the morning. Your day would start relatively slow, waking late throughout a even later morning. By the time any of you would probably leave the mansion, the noon sun would already drench the white cloudscape in a brilliant white light. During the flight this day, the dart begins to slow its initial momentum through the sky, sinking ever so slightly below the upper reaches of the billowing white clouds. Much further below, only rarely visible through shreds of open space between the clouds, you would catch sight of the occasional shred of vast blue ocean.
Just out of curiosity, would it be possible to kind of show us on the map or tell us, I guess? Because I didn't quite understand. Like, I know that Vidar told us, but I don't recognize the names super well.
I should run these dice here. Make these right now. Loading. Oh yeah, human body. These go in here. Nothing. It's just returning the contents of the freezer to the freezer.
Oh yeah. Oh god. So this big continent is Calderon, is that
Yes.
right?
Currently, from Polythreme, you are headed south.
Okay.
Currently, you'd likely have reached already this large stretch here.
Okay.
You know that towards the west, probably largely off the map, would be a cluster of storm, which you are largely trying to avoid / find a safer passage through. Currently, however, you are not near these storms yet.
Okay. Interesting.
I would also train Soleil more because last time I tried to make him attack, he disappointed me. So he needs more training.
I know you meant Saxley, but you
Saxley.
said Soleil, and I found it very
Saxley. I mean Saxley, of course. God damn it. Can-
Huxley would be observing Vidar a bunch. Just kind of like absentmindedly staring at him.
Oh no.
And like, you know,
Mhm.
repeating some of his movements.
Uh-huh.
For future shenanigans.
Just, I think he does it more like subconsciously, or like, yeah. Especially since he's bored.
We are always above the clouds, or are we below the clouds at
You
some point?
were during the first day, but on the second day, the dark slows down slightly. It also sinks beneath the sort of upper cloud line where the clouds would almost entirely end and you would have only the dark void of sky above you, the outer edge of the atmosphere. Currently, however, you're sort of flying directly through the field of cloud.
Alright. Just in case we actually fly below the clouds, I want to look out the windows just to see if I can see anything of the world around us, but otherwise I'm just training Soxley.
Okay. You could every now and then take a sort of trip outside on the top deck and look around. I would say let's really quickly take a 5 to 10 minute break,
Alright.
Sounds good.
and I'll be right back
Okie dokie.
on this back. During this day, would there be a point where anyone is outside or looking through the window? I know Silas is occasionally looking through, but anyone sort of, taking a look outside, maybe looking around?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can you roll me a perception roll?
That's 15 plus 17.
15 plus 17.
No, 17. 15 plus 2. Sorry, the 2 didn't go through.
That's a 32.
Then, Red, one moment as you find yourself distracted by the clouds and the shreds of blue flitting by underneath, you would hear a sound right above you. This clicking noise. You would reel backwards, staring up, only to find yourself looking at the underside of a bright blue-colored bird.
That's a bird!
And right above the ship.
Silas, there's a bird!
What? Where?
Outside?
What kind of bird?
I don't know.
Its
I'm not the
form
animal
and
person.
colors blend in with the sky above, and if it weren't for the noise of its snapping beak, you might never have noticed.
It's probably a
As you hear
seabird.
more snapping now, and the longer and harder you stare, the more birds you spot diving through the clouds, flying alongside and underneath the airship.
I will cast Speak with Animals. With my ring.
Here he is.
Hello, birds. Can you understand me?
How loud do you say that?
I'm gonna shout it, like hands in front of my mouth and being like, "Hey there, birds! Can you understand me?"
As you shout out to the birds, you see a couple of them sort of swivel and swing to the side. But there are quite a few that land directly on the floor.
What was the big thing there for a moment? But
Nothing.
I
That was
saw
nothing.
saw a very big,
That was nothing.
scary thing for
That
a
was
moment.
nothing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it. They look at you curiously, snapping their beaks and sort of flapping as they very carefully hold on to the railing of the ship and wherever they land with their feet.
Hello there. You look gorgeous. Never seen those before.
As you speak to them, you hear this almost wave of noise, this snapping of beaks as they sort of chatter and chirp back at you. You don't get shreds of intelligence speed, but you get this sort of emotion of hunger.
Is it similar to like the emotion that I get from Saxley when he's hungry for blood, for example?
Yeah, in a way.
Oh, these guys are hungry.
Huh.
Do we have anything we could feed them?
I mean, I can go and dig in my backpack.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go inside and like around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I will try to tell them like we're gonna bring you food soon. Just wait a minute.
Silas is trying to talk to birds, and I'll get out like, I don't know, like 4 loaves of bread
Okay.
or something. Like make sure the backpack's closed. So there's not any more food that they can get into in my pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna like come up behind Silas and hand them to Silas, and then back up. Because I know how pigeons are in the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will just take one of the bread and just tear it into smaller pieces and throw it at them to see what happens.
You tear off some pieces of bread and you sort of throw them low as best you can for the bread not to sort of get caught in the wind and roll right on back. And as you throw some of the bread, some of them sort of cocking their hands, hop forward piece by piece until they sort of reach closer to the bread. You see one of them sort of picking at one, and as it does, very soon the rest come closer and start following them, picking at the bread. And Silas, could you quickly give me a dexterity saving?
Yeah. Killed Vidar. It's a 12.
And then could you also give me a... Well, actually, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 23.
23. There's this moment when one of the birds sort of hopping forward and eating one of the bread, just vanishing all of a sudden. There's this sudden cold gust of wind. You take 8 points of cold damage as one of the birds suddenly vanishes. But whereas to most of the others, Red in particular, the bird just vanished all of a sudden, you saw something move by.
Oh, it's been really cold all of a sudden. Wah. So who did see something when the bird vanished?
I think
You
you
did.
did.
I did. What did I see?
A shadow. You can't quite tell. It was really fast. You weren't expecting it. You see the rest of the birds sort of chatter and start flapping their wings. And then another one vanishes, and you catch sight of something flying by. The birds
so
on the
I'm
top
assuming
of
he's
the
disappeared,
deck,
right?
one by one, start taking off as now 2 of them vanish. The rest begin to flap. And
Is this
fly
your
away.
mom? I will ask them if this is your mom that just flew by.
They fly and scatter as you notice more shape and shadows above the ship.
All of a sudden there are much bigger birds, like a lot bigger. And he points at them.
Get off the deck then.
Alrighty, I go inside.
You step back inside. And as you do, you see these birds sort of chasing behind the small one. Every now and then you see one dive forward, and with a wash of cold air as the door is still open, simply snap one out of the air.
Savage.
Oh, they are also super
We
cold.
have an opportunity here for a moment of training, as you were looking to at the beginning. Fetch the others from below. We should test the harpoons.
Alright then, I mean, poor birds, but I guess it is a very good opportunity, so yeah.
Evelyn, do you think we need Vin already? Badar?
As soon as we harpoon one of them, they will likely see us as a threat. I imagine once we show them our true power, they will see us as a danger and flee. But I'm
Yeah,
sure
okay.
we would do without the big one for a while.
Alright. Evelyn, we're gonna study some bird physiology, I guess.
Right on my way up.
That is what we're trying to capture this thing for, right?
Check the corruption probably.
Yeah.
Well, we are
Well, I
far
think
enough
more
away.
target
I'm fairly
practice.
certain they are not corrupted,
Oh.
but we might as well go through procedure.
You see Vidar sort of rummage around a large bag of his, and he produces several large packets. As he holds them out to you, it becomes clear that they are large syringes, all spring-loaded with a release lever, and all with a fairly sizable and thick needle at the end. It looks sturdy enough to pierce quickly and fast, and the perforated holes along its sides imply that you're supposed to shove this one deep.
Once we hook one of them, I'm sure the others will attack. if not only the one that we've hooked. There will be a fight, and during this fight, you need to reel this thing in close. Hit it with one of these, release the strings, and we should get a measure of its blood. And that is what we need. We should go through this a couple of times, try to get 2 of these.
Also, in case anyone needs to know, I just they just hurt me a little bit when they flew past, and it was really, really cold. So be prepared for cold.
Good to know.
When you're aiming the harpoon, try to aim for their center. Their wings are the largest part of their bodies, but there is a high chance that if you try and reel them in through the wings, it will rip and tear. If you hit something like the head, we will likely lose the creature before we reel it in.
Alright, will do.
Who takes a syringe? He holds out a number of them. There's
Evelyn
probably
will take
5
one.
of them.
Wait, is there enough for everyone?
There would be enough for everyone to take one.
I guess I need both hands to shoot the thing.
I'll take a syringe just in case, but I'll probably try to get on the cannon if the others attack us.
Mhm.
I feel like Huxley's gonna be best at wrestling.
Yeah.
I know I want to ride one of these really bad, but I guess it's not the time.
They're probably not in the mood.
Eh,
We'll make a quick dash for the cannon to be ready.
I really like their design. They look super cool.
Oh, the cannon?
They can't, yeah. But it sounds like they're gonna all gonna like swarm and attack us. Probably.
Oh, I thought I was just hanging out in the doorway initially.
And can I like tie myself on here with a rope so I don't get snatched by the body snatchers?
You wanna? Yeah, I mean, you can rope tie yourself to the base of the cannon.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Does it swivel? I guess I assumed that it swivels a bit. I don't know.
You can swivel in full 360 degrees, but be aware that starting off here and the edges of the ship,
Yeah.
you would, hit the ship.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't swivel much up and down,
Okay.
and I would say we're gonna test out. This is the second run of this, going gridless for the time being. As you can see, we have a measuring tool.
Okay.
The grid is adjusted to it. The way it works is you click whatever you want to measure from and then grab the ruler and you can measure the distance and it will tell you what distance is.
Mm-hmm.
And then to remove it, you just click your token again and
You don't have to drop it on you.
Yeah.
You just
No,
have
you
to
just-
touch your
you-
token.
you click your token basically and then grab the ruler. And then you just grab your token again and it'll disengage it.
I see.
And then you can tell me whether or not you like having a grid or not having a grid.
Yeah, with the ruler it's totally fine not having a grid.
We'll just, try it out for this one. So far, the birds are simply flying alongside the dart, picking off the swarm of smaller birds one by one. There are a lot more of the smaller birds than you had initially seen as well. Many of them flying through the clouds and hiding with as much as their bit of camouflage allows them to. And if you need more measure tools, I'm putting it with the other tools. It's the big gray box. For one out whenever you need them.
And go ahead. Right now, you're still not in initiative, but you'll likely be once you fire the first shot.
How long's the harpoon range?
Do you ask?
Yes.
The harpoon should reach about 300 feet easily, but keep in mind that the farther your target is out, the worse the winds will be.
It's a distance-based AC.
Hugs will cast fire shield on himself as well.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I guess, starting to shoot.
You can start this however you want to.
Okay, Hux on 3, okay?
We've all taken 2 of the syringes for the sake of it.
Okay.
Just as a precaution.
1, 2, 3!
Both of you, please roll me an attack roll. Silas, you can give me a +2 on that attack roll because of your training.
Nice. That's a natural 20!
Oh my goodness.
Ah, no, that was an 18 almost. Oh, is this dex based?
This would be a flat roll currently,
Oh, right.
if you're sort of using a mounted weapon. What did you roll?
14.
Okay. Can everyone please roll me initiative?
No, 20!
Oh my
You're
god.
fucking laying on thick today, huh?
Uh-huh.
What the hell?
Okay.
Oh, I also got one. Look at that.
Oh. Fancy man.
That was weird. Probably.
This fancy man with his fancy rolls.
Messed up. Oh man.
What?
We were 10, 11, 12. You're supposed to be 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. If Beggar allows, I
Well-
can go down to 13 instead.
Well, I mean, you would go first, but if you really wanted to.
No.
The second your harpoon fires out, both fly through the air. Huxley, your harpoon catches the wind and with a slightly unfortunate angle, it pivots slightly sideways and you miss. The chain rattles and flies past the ship, dipping underneath. Silas, your strike hits dead center. Your harpoon pierces through the creature, and you hear this deafening cry. You have hooked this bird, and you are in initiative.
Yeah, I guess I will start reeling it in.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a strength check, athletics, if you could.
Oh well, I'm really not good at those. But athletics is okay. Athletics is actually okay. Not strong, but kind of athletic. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, you managed to reel in for 15 feet. It's an arduous process, pulling in this massive bird, and it starts to stem against the pole.
Reeling it in, guys!
And then it is their turn. This one flies close, landing right in the middle of you guys.
Oh.
Oh, it's gonna get cold again.
It is going to use its lizard's speed. Actually, you know what? It wouldn't do that because it is in front of it again. And it starts beating its wings to keep pace with the ship. And as it builds up this frost forming on its wings, it beats once, unleashing this blast of freezing wind in a 60-foot cone.
Good.
This would likely hit everyone, so could everyone please...
Would it?
Actually, you know what? I should check, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
It's 80 feet for Ablin.
Hi, everybody. Oh. I messed it up.
True, everyone's out of it. Okay.
I only
Then
asked
everyone
because I
except
measured the distance
Evelyn.
earlier.
Could you please give me a DC 17 dexterity saving?
Ooh.
17?
Nope. Fail.
I rolled a 17 exactly.
Meet it, beat it.
Fail.
Everyone who failed takes 49 points of cold damage. And everyone who succeeded only takes half that damage. In addition, whoever has failed, you suffer from ice blight. For 1 minute, you are vulnerable to cold damage, and your speed is halved. You also have disadvantage on dexterity checks and saving throws. You can remove this ice blind by warming yourself up on your turn with an action, or if you have a spell or something.
Would you say, since I'm
Fire
currently on fire,
Mm.
that counts as warming myself up?
Yeah, I would say on your turn, the ice blight would go away.
Could I use my reaction
And it
to use my gift of the chromatic dragon to give myself cold resistance for this attack? So I take half of the half damage.
Sure.
Alright.
You can do that as a reaction. You can do that as a
Yeah. Alright, I will do that. To
The
only
other
take
of
12.
the skybirds is going to try and pull away. Can you give me a dexterity check?
Just straight dexterity.
And it's going to use it only to see if it can fly
It's a 19.
versus a that is only +3. So as you see it start to pull away, you quickly slide in the stop of the gear. Instead of flying away, it instead goes taut the chain, and for the moment it is in place, pulling against the strength of the ship.
No, 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 no. You're gonna stay here, my little birdie. I told you it's gonna be cold, guys!
And that is their turn. Evelyn.
Um. 25 feet. Question, Becker.
Mm-hmm.
When I do, one of the things I can do with the Fleshmith is to, instead of using my normal attack, I make a medicine attack instead with my attack.
Okay.
That's what I do with the doctor thing.
Yeah.
Where I can add my well, could I do that with the syringe? Or is there something
Yes.
specific about the syringe?
However, I would say because the syringe is a very, because you're not just sort of stabbing with a dagger, which has an easy cut. As it's a little bit more of a complex action to put it in and release the cat.
Mm-hmm.
On a creature that is not hooked on the harpoon, you would do so with disadvantage.
For I just need to know. I'm gonna dart forward, and attack using my medicine check with disadvantage. You said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, I just moved it. It was a 2 though, so that was pretty poorly. That's a. That's a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
Do I lose a syringe or keep the syringe?
You moving close, trying to stab the creature with the syringe. But with this sort of mess of wings flapping about, you simply miss. You don't lose the syringe because you didn't really, fire it or anything. And you don't strike the creature.
I think when I'm doing the medicine check, I only get to do it once and I just deal extra damage for extra attack. So I only attack once with that. And I guess I'll shift next to Silas, so I can at least attempt to help Silas. I know I can't really do that as a bonus action, but
Whoa! Be careful where you go with that thing! As he sees the syringe in your hand, as you miss the creature.
I forgot it. You're perfectly fine. You focus on getting that thing in.
Yep. Will do.
And I'll at least kind of turn like this of someone. Yeah. And that's my turn.
Okay. Huxley.
I'll try shooting again.
At which one?
This one?
Okay,
Or
so you
this.
go around, I believe?
I think I can get this one without hitting the ship, so yeah. Yeah.
Easy distance.
Go ahead and roll me that attack roll.
Just a straight D20. Nope.
You fire again, and this time going with the wind, it almost flies too fast, dipping below where the creature flies too early, and again, the harpoon misses.
Yeah. That's my action. I don't think I can do anything else. Can I do extra attack?
I would say no.
Yeah. Then that's my turn.
Because you'd likely also have to sort of activate the pollen again to be
Yeah,
able to fire
yeah.
again next time. Okay, then red.
Well, I'm not gonna very well turn the cannon around and fire into the shark, so
But you could.
no, I'm not going to. Instead, I'm very cold, so I cast Wall of Fire. Like so.
Okay.
Pointed this way.
Towards Huxley. Yes.
Well, Huxley's already on fire. I think Huxley will be fine. It's
Blue fire.
Wow, you're like 10 feet away, right? I can't actually see, so.
Fire is fire.
Yeah, you're like 15 feet away. It's only got a 10-foot, you know.
I think
Now,
that's
if you
safe,
go this way,
I think he has to make.
it's a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 6, 3 is a 9.
It's a fail. This is 19, and where are my d8s? Roll. Okay, whatever. 16 fire damage. And would it count as warming myself if I just kind of lean this way a little bit?
Mm-hmm. You could warm yourself up
That's my
and
turn.
lose the ice blood, which is good because creature's going to use a legendary action.
Calm down.
Legendary.
It's going to use its blizzard sweep. Everyone within 15 feet of the creature. Please give me a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
How far is 15 feet?
I can tell you that you're in it. So is Evelyn, so is Silas, and everyone is in it, actually.
I failed.
Fail.
Same.
What was the DC? It was 17.
Although I will use my Indomitable. It's a saving throw.
I'm good.
I succeeded now.
Oh wait,
Yes.
is this an effect I can see?
Yes, it's flapping its wings quite heavily.
Still a fail.
You see ice and cold wind forming on the deck as it starts flying up. Everyone who fails takes 22 points of cold damage. If you succeeded, you take harm. Who failed?
I did.
Me.
Huxley and Red. There is a blast of wind. And both of you are pushed 20
Oh.
feet away
Hux, no!
from the creature. Which means,
Not
Huxley,
possible.
you lose the ground beneath your feet suddenly. As you are swept off the side of the dive by wind.
I am tied to the base here.
Oh yeah, true.
But I mean, I'm probably pushed
Yeah, you
strongly into it.
be pushed sort of almost along the side of it, but the
Yeah.
rope would keep you in place.
No one knows that you got pushed off because there's a wall of fire. I'm so sorry.
I mean, the Hugs is the best case scenario, I guess.
As we
True.
wrap around to the top of the initiative, Huxley, can you give me a deck save?
That's something I can see.
It's the dart.
Yep.
Yep.
You definitely see the wing of the dart coming towards you, or rather, you just flying towards it.
30-20.
Oh, yeah. You don't really slam into the sharp part of it. You manage to just flip in the air far enough that you land on the wing and manage to sort of land for the time being on the wing of the dart. Silas.
I'm gonna reel this thing in. Keep that code away from me, please, guys.
You disengage the latch and you start pulling. Go ahead and throw me a athletics check.
Oh, I'm rolling pretty decent athletics so far. 21.
Tries to resist with disadvantage and fails. Means you roll another. Slowly reeling it in.
You know what? Action sword, reeling further.
Alright, go ahead and give me another athletic.
That's only okay. That's a 13.
No more than it has on its own strength. You reel it in 15 feet more.
Getting closer. That's my turn.
It is their turn, which means this one that flew slightly up is going to move over to red and attack.
Is it
Evelyn,
moving out
you
of
would
range,
get
isn't it?
an attack of
Okay.
opportunity if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll attack it.
Are you attacking with the syringe or something else?
I don't think I can do that on my... Oh, let me double check the wording on that. It's an action to do that, so I think it's the dagger that I have to attack
okay.
with. So that will be... hit. That is... That's fine. 21 to hit.
821 hits. How much damage do you do?
I deal a lot of dagger. 8 piercing damage.
Okay. And then it is going to make 3 attack and wet.
Oh.
1 bite and 2 talon attack. I don't know why I never wrote down the... There we go. Does a 21 hit?
No, I think only the 27 does.
Okay. Means that is a talent attack. Means you take 11 points of slashing damage, as well as 8 points of cold damage. As it pecks at you and slashes at you.
Okay.
As it is getting reeled in, this bird would also fly in close. The chain suddenly goes slack as it begins to just close in the distance itself. And gonna make those 3 attacks against you, Silent.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, the first one.
It does have disadvantage also because of my cloak.
Okay. So first one is 11. Second one would be an 18 to hit.
Misses.
So, oh, no, I messed that up. I'm just gonna roll it again. Okay. I'm assuming a 16 also does not hit.
Correct.
And as it slashes its talons at you and tries to just sort of peck at you, it misses all of those attacks.
Yeah, come on closer, girl. We almost can take you out of, put out of
Evelyn.
misery.
Is it close enough to like attack? Like if
It'd be
if
close
you're
enough
near?
to attack, but you still would attack with
Still- yeah, yeah,
disadvantage
yeah.
until the chain
It's
is
chain's
reeled
taut.
in fully.
Yeah, I'll still move and
Which you could
Um,
do with an action.
yeah, but Silas doesn't have that.
Yeah.
I'll try attacking it.
Yeah, yeah.
I always met 4 plus 19.
A 19 dot hit.
Okay.
And this is the syringe attack.
This is the syringe attack. Yeah.
Okay. You stab at the creature and you hit the release, and the spring of the syringe immediately starts unfolding, and you can feel it draw blood. You could attempt to hold on and try and draw more, or you could let it go right now.
Does it look like it got a sufficient amount of blood, or like
You
is
see this sort of red liquid splash inside the syringe, as much of the glass as you can see. But you can, as a doctor, you could probably tell it would have more capacity if you had wanted.
yeah, I'll try and hold on to it.
Okay. And then Huxley.
Is there a way for me to climb back here? Onto the ship?
Do you have a climbing speed?
No.
It would be difficult as you are on the side and you are pushing against the forces of the wind. You could move forward, but it would likely require a strength. Please. The sides of the ship are not specifically made for climbing.
Yeah, but I could get like to this like edge.
If you wanted to get to this edge, it'd be a lot easier than trying to get back here.
Huxley was just told to get the blood of these creatures,
Oh
right?
no!
Oh gosh.
Because I can jump 27 feet.
I mean, when she's right, she's right.
Silas wanted to ride one, but not today. Someone else is.
I will be jealous, but also proud.
It's yeah. I mean, it's not an easy jump, but you could try.
Yeah, why not?
What's the worst that could happen?
Fall
I'll
into
just
the
have
ocean.
to break the gem, get the potion, turn into a dragon.
Oh my god!
Party time,
Oh my
party
God.
time.
While
Okay.
falling.
You can also
Go
just teleport
ahead
back to
and
the ship.
give me an acrobatics check as you jump.
Oh no. I'm not good at acrobatics. Oh, right, okay. Jeez. 19.
That's good.
You push off the Vidar with a powerful leap. And you soar through the sky towards this creature, and you manage to grab onto its wing. There's immediately this sort of dip in height as the creature lifts to the side, as you know you're hanging onto its wing. But you are on it right now, at least.
I'll try climbing further up its
Okay.
wing.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Of course. Well, 16?
Yeah, you managed to use the rest of your movement to climb towards its body.
And if that was just by movement, if I can still use my action too, then I would try to draw blood with the syringe.
Go ahead. You are firmly latched onto it. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll, but with disadvantage.
Can I reckless for a straight
Sure. You can
ramming
ethically
the
stab.
syringe in?
Nice.
Plus strength?
The same you would use for a dagger currently, I guess. Would be-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
There is
27.
a screech, and everyone else on the ship hears as well, somewhere from beyond the Vidar. As you jab in the syringe and release the catch, and the syringe starts drawing blood. You two have the option of trying to keep it in for more blood.
I'll probably just take what I can get.
Okay. So you stab in, you release the catch, it draws blood, and you let the syringe back out. Which means you now have a syringe filled with blood.
That's for her.
Okay. Red.
I'm in the fight of my life with this thing, apparently.
Mhm,
I'm gonna swivel the cannon around and try to get it in between me and it and blast it. Is that a regular cannon attack, or is this more like a timing thing? I have the stats for the cannon, but
It would be a regular attack, but you are at disadvantage. You are sort of in melee range
Sure.
with it. The
That
cannon
makes
was
sense.
quite large.
It's dirty 30.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Fuck.
But you met the cannon.
You swing the cannon around, almost hitting the creature with it as you swivel it around. First. And you fire. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Uh, 44 radiant.
There's this blast of light that almost seems dangerously close to you as you fire the cannon point blank. And you sear clean through the shoulder of this creature.
Listen, it hurt me a lot. Does it?
Is that your turn?
Uh,
It sort of, reels back
depends.
a little, but there's nothing it can do just yet. It does not look bloodied yet, but it has obviously taken a fairly grievous wound from it.
Well, is it enough that it's like gonna fall through the air? Do I think, or is it like holding onto the ship and I think it's still gonna hang out here next to it?
It is currently still flapping its wings, so it is currently keeping pace with the speed of it.
Okay. In that case, I will cast a little healing word on myself.
Okay.
My bonus action. And that'll be my turn.
Then round top of initiative is going to fall behind a little bit. Silent.
I will reel this fucker in.
Okay. You don't need to make a strength check for this one because the line is not currently taut. You simply spin the wheel as it goes taut. You insert the catch using your bonus action, and it is currently locked in place.
That's your chance, Ablin!
Right, hold on.
That was a bonus action, or?
Simply spinning the reel until it's sort of, goes taut, and then putting the catch would be a bonus.
Because then I will help Red
Since you don't
by...
actually have to physically reel in.
I will leave this one to you then! So this is like not high up, right? It's just as high as the railing or something? Or is it like 20 feet above us?
It's
was
currently sort of on level. You could reach him.
it was just attacking me on the deck.
Yes.
Okay. And with reach it, you mean teleport on top of it.
Oh
by
my
by using
God.
the slip.
Why are these
Let
maniacs
me,
like
hold
this?
on. Let me, I'll give you the token so to stand on him. I'll give you
Look, I can't have Hux be the only one writing these things. I have like a name to lose here. I have it on the line. My honor as a circus
You
horse rider.
Jump onto its back by flipping through the slip. And what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna start slashing at the thing and try to make it bleed even more. have advantage on these because I use the slip thingy. It's good because these are bad. A 15 doesn't hit, I guess.
A 15 does not hit.
I have to reroll these 3. Better. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
And 3 of these hit. And now can something be helpful here from my maneuvers? I mean, might as well try. See what happens. I will use I will try and make a trip attack. On a failure, you knock the target prone. I don't know what happens. I will just want to see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the save.
It's a
That's a
DC.
maniac.
It's a DC 18 strength saving throw.
Well, that's 10 plus 5, so it fails. As you slash down, and then slash once at the base of its wings specifically, it falters, and its flight crumbles. So that's gonna be interesting. Evelyn, could you give me a strength save?
Mm-hmm. 3.
Your efforts to keep the syringe in, unfortunately, are foiled,
Mm-hmm.
as at the moment you suddenly fall prone as something heavy impacts the side of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have the option to either let go of the syringe or pour it out with you.
I'll let go of the syringe.
Okay. And this thing slams into the side of the ship and starts spinning.
Can I use my bonus action?
As it's falling underneath the airship. You can use a reaction, but not a bonus action.
Okay. Then I will wait, I guess. Did I already
I
use my
can't
bonus
see
action on my turn,
him,
or?
correct?
You did.
You used it for the
Oops.
wind.
What?
I can't
Oh
see
yeah,
Silas, correct?
true.
Because he's went down. Like
He
he's,
sort of it crashed into the side of the ship and then tumbled below the sideline, so you currently wouldn't be able to see him.
Okay.
It is, however, their turn, and it is going to regain its flight, getting up from prone essentially, and it's going to just try and buck you off at this point. So please give me a opposing strength check, basically using the shove deck.
Oh boy.
17 plus 3, that's a 20 you need to beat.
Well, it's a natural 19, and since I don't have any pluses on
You
that
beat it
one.
quite handily, yeah. You managed to hold on even as it starts sort
How?
of spinning and pirouetting through the air to buck you off.
How did I beat it?
Can you roll a 19?
Yeah, I have +0 to strength.
You have +0 to strength?
Yeah, I'm a dex fighter.
Oh.
That's why I was like,
I'm
how did I
Evan's
beat it?
I don't know,
Stronger.
I immediately, yes, I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
assumed you had at least a
No,
+1.
no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Evelyn's technically stronger than both Rhett and.
Yeah, I think
Well
so too.
then, yeah, you fall. You are suddenly in the air, and it's going to just fly away without you.
I'm slowly drifting downwards with my feather
You
fall.
are going to move down and back quite a distance once the turn timer flips around.
Hoo-wee!
But for the time being, this one is going to try and it's gonna and it'll probably just hasn't used it yet. Use its chill wind. Seems feet. And is it there we go. Feels like it would hit. Both Red and Evelyn, please give me a DC 17 Dex save.
Mm-hmm. That's a success.
Fail.
Okay. If you failed, you take 42 points of cold damage, and you are affected by the ice blight, making you vulnerable to subsequent cold damage. Evelyn,
Is it
you
half
take
damage?
half the damage, and you are not affected by the ice
Got it.
Which was half movement and vulnerability. That's what it was.
blight. And then it is Evelyn's turn.
I'm gonna stand up. Can I see Silas at all? Or how far down is he?
You'd probably sort of have to lean over the edge of the ship, but you'd be able to see him if you looked over.
Yeah, if I shift enough to be able to look over the edge. How far away is he? Like down, because I know I can measure where he's at distance-wise, but...
Currently, he is around 25 feet in horizontal distance, and then 20 feet down. So that would be 80 feet.
80 feet?
I just threw it into a hypotenuse calculator.
And I should... Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Vortex Warp on him.
Okay.
You can choose to fail if you want, as Evelyn's kind of reaching her hand in your direction, but otherwise it's a con saving throw.
You feel magic taking hold on you, and you can choose to fail if you want to.
I mean, no, he's a little bit disappointed because he just started to have fun, but guess he's fine with it.
And I'm going to teleport you right back here.
And your fall is very suddenly ended as you land back on the metal ground of the ship. You do land prone, as you were sort of not upright when you were in the air. Prone is all that you are.
Oh, well, thank you. That was fun.
Right, try and stay on the ship. That's action. I have entirely lost track of Hux, though.
Wait, did Hux fall over too?
Don't know. She's just not there. Or he's just not there.
I heard something over there. There, decide. I'll get him. Maybe.
We did hear that scream earlier. Do you think that was Hux?
Yeah, I think so. I say very calmly through the window.
Well, that's pretty much all I can do. I think outside of I don't know. What would it do to make sure that does I guess there's a question. For the we reeled in this bird thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it locked in place or can it still pull away?
It could try attacking the chain or the actual mount of the thing.
Okay.
So it's not like it's, absolutely.
But it's not
locked
like
in
still
place.
it's still not the tug of like it's not can't tug a
It
pull
can't
away.
easily fly away because currently it's sort of like
Lock? Would I
it's
have
so-
locked in
the
place?
chain is
or...
currently locked in,
Okay.
so it would have to pull against the entire apparatus.
Gotcha,
or
gotcha. Okay.
chew through the chain if it could.
Then I guess just as a bonus action, I'm gonna let my dagger float around me.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Huxley.
Did Silas try talking to these guys?
Not to the big ones yet.
They're beasts, right?
They look pretty beastly.
I want to cast Animal Friendship.
Okay. Do I have to make a save?
I think you do.
A Wisdom save, but only if their intelligence isn't 4 or higher.
If the intelligence isn't 4.
Yeah, because otherwise this spell just doesn't work, right? Or something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Most beasts don't have an intelligence of 4 or
Yeah.
higher, but some.
These might.
And then that is a wisdom save, you said?
Yes. DC 15.
Oh!
No!
I'm sorry, it's a net.
Nat 20.
So rude!
Super rude.
You did just stab it.
Yeah, true.
I did so. Not an action. I only have 1 syringe, right?
Yes, I think you only took one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hux is just gonna enjoy riding on this first.
Okay.
He's having a
Now,
great time. He's gonna like try and get on properly.
Red.
Sit on top of it.
I'm going to release my ropes, cut them if I have to, whatever.
Okay.
And then
Depends
I'm
on
just
how quickly you want it to be. You could do it with a bonus action and just cut through, or untying a knot would kind of take an action.
it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll use my action to cut it, or so on. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
In either case, I release that. With a bonus action, I'm going to drink a potion as I do a backflip off the ship. I just kind of like hold my broom out to the side, drink a potion with one hand, and do a backflip off.
Okay.
That's where.
You have the broom in hand.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm essentially hovering, but I know the ship is moving and
Yeah.
I'm going to go. Yeah. But I try to use the rest of my movement to get out beyond the edge of getting clipped.
That's gonna be my next question. Then initiative
healing.
rolls over, which means you do move 90 feet.
Huxley! Oh, there you are.
The ship, very quickly as you lose touch with the ground, starts moving past you at a high speed, and you see Huxley on one of the birds, just sort of sitting on it currently in the air, and
You get back to the ship before it leaves you. I'm coming.
is Silas's turn currently.
So, Red, what do you think we're gonna... Oh, there he goes.
So you should turn your head and you just see him vault off the side.
Yeah, I guess,
Gone with the wind.
guess he's gonna take care of Hux. Well, the syringe is still in the thing,
Yes.
so I guess I will go there and be like, I guess we have to finish this one. And, yeah, we'll use this. I will try to grab the syringe and try to use it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics.
That's a good one. 24.
Nice.
You jump up and you reach for the syringe and you manage to wrench it free. You see it's almost entirely full as you do. And back down onto the ship.
I got it.
I'll take your action. Is there anything else you do?
No, I don't think so. I'll take a, maybe I will take a step back from the thing and... Do I have more syringes? Or do we need more?
Got one on me.
Good.
If that one is entirely full, it should be enough.
Should we, like, release this thing then, or kill it?
There is a catch on the harpoon. You can release it.
It's probably
They are
gonna
still
attack
bent
us.
on attacking afterward.
Yeah, then we might as well kill it first.
Attack it back.
Maybe we have a tactical advantage if we attack it while it's, you know, in here. Okay, I will just take a couple of steps back, and
Okay.
that's my turn.
It is going to take an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. It does so with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. That is a 15.
That misses.
Okay. You see it sort of snap after you with its big gun. You step out of range quickly now. And then it is their turn. Is this one going to attack? And attack Evelyn.
Rude.
Super rude.
The
Anyway,
other one
pass that
is
one.
going to start attacking the chain holding it in. First.
Nat 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
Is it 15?
No, 15 does not hit.
Hey, whoops, it's like a little thing here.
Still only like 3 hits because of the grid.
Also, it's the worst one because it's the light one.
Glad I jumped off when I did.
So the first attack hits for 39 points of piercing damage.
That's
As
a
its
lot.
beak not only snaps shut, but also lashes past your shoulder. And you also take 70 points of cold damage from that attack. And then it strikes at you with its talon, dealing another 10 points of piercing damage. And another 4 points of cold damage.
Alright.
And that is its turn. The other bird attacks the chain. slowly together to see if it breaks. It starts gnawing at this chain, and frost starts covering the length of it. But it still holds for the moment. This other one is gonna try and bug Huxley off. So Huxley, if you please give me an athletics check. Using oh
Ah, natural 1, haha.
yeah.
Against natural
Not
20.
20.
Oh god.
Very close
No,
one.
you sort of sit in place. You wrap your legs around its neck. You are sitting.
You have become a part of it.
Your next save against it trying to bug you off will be made at advantage for you because you just managed to put yourself in place. And that is all that it does. So it probably fly a little bit further.
Yeah, did it fall back? Because I jumped on it when it was here.
Yeah, you had jumped on the wing,
Yeah, and then, oh, right.
slowing it
Yeah.
down, and it drifted back, and it's trying to catch up now. And that is its turn. So, Evelyn.
Just grab some dice real quick. I'm going to bonus action consume one of the supreme potions of healing.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah, I pushed the wrong button. I wasn't finished with writing what I wanted to write.
So that will
Can't
be
swear in this game.
46 points of healing. Gladly take. Then I will. I'm gonna move to release the harpoon
Okay.
so that it doesn't break the chain and damage it for future use.
You release the harpoon.
Is that an action? Probably.
It would be
So
your
use
bonus
my-
action.
Uh,
If you don't
yeah,
have
okay.
a bonus action, you can use it.
yeah, it'll have to be action because I bonus either way potion releasing chain. But I don't want to move out of melee range and take attack of opportunity. So I'm going to. That's my turn. That is my turn.
Okay. Then Huxley.
I really want to reflect forward. I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship again.
You gotta do what?
Cast Animal Friendship again.
Fine. It's 11.
Yes. It's now
Friend.
friend. Well, it is charmed by me.
Mm-hmm.
I will just pet its head and that's right. Try and make it, I guess, get to the ship.
Okay. Let's say it switches its initiative to move on your turn, so I guess it would start flying over.
Ah, pick me up! Hey! Hey! Are you serious?
Well, it's not friends with you. It's friends with
Yeah,
Huxley.
it's only friends with me.
Yeah, that's Huxley I'm yelling at.
What are you doing back there?
I wanted you to catch me!
Oh,
Uh,
Well, that's gonna have to wait until next turn. But Rex,
Yep.
anything you do right now?
my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
You can probably get to there.
Can I fly against the wind on my broom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get rid of this Huxley then.
Yeah, you know, lean close to the.
You were supposed to catch me. It was gonna be really dramatic.
sorry, I didn't realize you fell off. Yeah.
I flipped off,
You really did.
and
fall off.
also, did you want to teleport back?
No.
Why is this thing so calm?
It's just my friend now.
Oh.
You see it slightly turn its head and just flap its beak in the air.
Okay.
Alex is gonna be
Um,
so jealous.
I'm going to use my action to cast message to Soleil. Hey, this one is our friend now. Don't shoot it. Okay, thanks. You can reply to this message.
Yeah, there's enough for us to shoot here anyway. But thanks
Oh.
for letting me know.
Okay. Hey, he said they're shooting those things over there. That's my turn.
Okay. And we wrap around to the top of initiative. Silas.
Yeah, I will start shooting this one.
Shooting?
Yeah. With my arrows from my bow. That's really bad. Because I don't think a 15 hits.
15 does not hit.
So that's only one hit with the bow. It's really hard in this wind, you know. And I'm gonna add a maneuver. Can I do that with my bow too? Maneuver? Depending on which one, I guess. Oh, with a weapon attack. Okay, it's not a melee weapon attack, it's a weapon attack. So, yeah, I will make it a trip attack again.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So damage-wise, it's not much, but it's a trip attack. And 12 damage.
Or just calculating.
What?
Just calculating something.
Okay.
You shoot an arrow straight towards its wing, and again you see it sort of crumble, and a second later you hear just an impact as it once again slams into the side of the ship.
Alright, and then I will use my bonus action to blow into the horn, into the rallying horn. So that Ablan and me can choose to heal 1d10 or use movement speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Or in frightened condition, which doesn't matter right now.
This
I
one
will...
is still here, correct?
Yeah, that one is, I
Yes.
think, still there.
It has not had a turn yet.
I will use the healing for me.
I'm gonna move. I don't regret that decision.
I will also move back, not from the horn, but my normal movement, and put the syringe down to make it safe. That we at least don't lose that one. And then go back out again, and that's my turn.
Okay. And it is there. This one is going to fly off and peel off to the side as well. You see a lot of the birds begin to fly away and peel off. One by one. And fall behind. Except one of them, which flies back over the edge and lands very clearly enraged as it looks bloody.
Look, that was your one chance to get out of this alive, my friend. You chose death.
And having been enraged, it is immediately going to use its gale again. So, Silas and Evelyn, please give me a dex save.
What's the DC?
DC is 17.
That's a fail.
Also fail, but I will use
I gotta use my
Indomitable. Who is Indomitable?
Guess who else is in 60 feet?
And now I saved. 19.
That is still a fail.
If you failed, you take 47 points of cold damage, and you are now at half speed and vulnerable to subsequent cold damage. If you succeeded, then you only take half damage.
And I will use my reaction to halve that again by being resistant to cold damage.
And that is its turn for now. Evelyn!
Half speed, vulnerable to cold. Is that correct? And it ends if I try and find a way to warm myself up.
You can either use an action, or if you have any other thing that would warm you, that would work as well. But you can just do it with an action.
Okay. Does it look like I'm in range again of its attacks? Like melee attacks?
Not
I don't
current.
remember if it had reach or not.
Let's have a bit of reach. Not that.
Okay. Alright, I will use my action to warm myself up. And that ends that effect? Okay. Does it look bloodied,
It does.
you said?
It appears that's why it's in range.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm move forward and attack it. With a medicine check.
Okay.
A natural 20.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. So this is gonna hurt. Give me a second. Get my dice.
Make it hurt.
Yeah. Let's see. And damage is 8. No, D4.
Could those dice be any smaller?
No,
Like
because
if
I put them in my
say-
little pool. I don't want them to take much
Amazing.
space.
I use my pocket sand.
So that's a D4. Yeah,
Maybe we should do that whenever there's a lot of them. For
another
like
D4.
a cloud of small ones.
I grab it.
It's gonna be clinically cut.
That is. That is 55 points of piercing damage. I'm so sorry. That's not how much damage it is. It's more than that. I have an extra attack, you deal twice the damage up to the. So plus. 72. No, sorry, 62. 62.
Proud of you getting into Silas territory here.
Only limited amount of times.
Okay, yeah.
And
you
that's also 'cause it was a
deliver
crit.
Yeah.
Devastating blow, then draws a measure of blood on its own, which unfortunately just kind of spreads out over the deck in the wind. But yeah, it's a fairly grievous wound. It still looks fairly angry though.
Yeah. That was action. And no, sorry. I did that all wrong. Because that was an act. That was my attack, and I used my action to warm up. Never mind. I won't have warmed up. I will just have attacked.
That yeah, true.
I think anything I can do with a bonus action is warm up. I cannot control the bonus action to warm up. What do I have?
Push-ups.
If you can do push-ups with the bones, actually, I'd be fucking impressed.
What do I have? What do I have? Bonus action. I can't take back that damage. It hurts my brain too much. It hurts my heart.
Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't take it back a crit like that.
I can't do it. I can't justify it. That would be a horribly stupid idea. I'm not doing that. Maybe this thing will die before It attacks again.
Well, I do have really bad news.
What?
As you go and attack it with a melee attack, as you strike, ice forms on your hand in retaliation. You take 15 points of cold damage, and if you haven't warmed up, you are currently vulnerable.
Shit.
That would be 30 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Beautiful
Not
gnomish
bad.
ice
I'm
statue
unconscious.
appears.
You see Evelyn drop to the ground. Silent.
No, 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 no. This is not how it was meant to be.
And yeah, that's Evelyn's turn. Huxley.
Oh, pity. He can help. Okay, I will try and steer the bird, like, onto the deck here.
Mm-hmm. Easy enough. You are essentially mounted right now.
Is it an action to dismount?
No, it costs you half of your movement, I believe.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'll dismount it here
Mm-hmm.
and hit it
Okay.
twice. That's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Damage. And then 20.
Nice.
Or not that much more. Oh,
Say 20?
30. 32.
32. You said not that small. What the fuck? Okay. It looks
crystals are just an
really
extra
bad, but it looks like it's still alive. Also, because you just attacked it, ice hits you back as a retaliation. And it will do that twice because you hit it. So for the first attack, you receive 15 cold damage in return. For the second attack, you receive 17 cold damage in return.
Yep.
Okay. Wreck.
Well, bonus action. Healing word over to Evelyn.
Okay. Evelyn, back up.
For looks like 8 healing.
Okay.
And that was my bonus action. I think I will shoot this thing
Okay.
twice. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Set up. Oh,
Yeah,
Wipe
that's
sweat of
8
brow.
apparently.
almost thought it was a 20. Yeah, it's more on the
And-
inside.
Yeah, it is.
It's minuscule. Okay. What was the attack roll?
I'm sorry, I'm checking.
No worries.
16 and 20.
The 16 does not hit, the 20 does.
Okay. I guess that counts. Whatever. I don't know if it's finished. I'm hoping it's 12 piercing damage.
Sorry, how much was that?
12 piercing damage, but it's finished. Okay. You said it's finished.
Finished!
Well, it's like it's real close, but it's
Oh.
Ah,
Finish.
I'm sorry. Karen.
Silas. your turn before the things go ahead.
It's time to run over there and try and finish it off. By looking it deep in the eyes and say, wrong choice, partner. Come back here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a natural 20, which doesn't matter because I don't have natural 20s in
All that matters
close
is
combat,
that one
but
of them hits. Go
yeah.
ahead and describe how you kill this thing.
I'm like, oh, in case we need some more blood, I will just aim for his heart and we'll just a simple stab, nothing spectacular.
Yeah, just opening a deep cleft in its chest. It slams onto the ground.
Because right now I was more worried about Abelin being down than being
And you are out of initiative.
having a good kill.
Fox will immediately run over to Evelyn like, "Ah, not me! I'm sorry! I didn't think to be able to kill you!" And will cast heal on her.
Oh, gosh. What was that? 70?
Yeah, so
I will take the second syringe from Ablin's hands and and we'll go and fill it with the blood of the one I just killed.
Good work. We don't actually require the blood. If that's all right.
Usually Ablin likes to tinker with stuff. Having a bit more seems fine, I guess.
Well, as expected, there was a struggle. But I expect when the real deal takes place, now everyone will know what to do.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah, what exactly were you doing?
I'm sure when things get more dire, I can help. But if we encounter creatures of the blight, one should remain at the wheel. It was training for you, not for me.
Maybe you do need some training. I mean, you're old, right? So
Wow.
it's better before your
I'm
bones get
going
rusty,
to
you know?
Pretend I did not hear that. And
No.
I did lose a lot of my age
Yeah,
in an
Silas.
accident not so long ago.
Remember, he's a new old.
A
New.
well way to put it. For the time being, let us just focus on the task at hand.
So hey, Huxley, how long is this thing gonna be our friend?
like in a day.
Oh.
Let's gonna start making her way inside.
Okay. Well.
Next
Having taken an action to warm herself up if needed.
That was fun, but also kind of cold.
Yeah.
I promise I'll never jump off the ship again.
Did you actually jump off the first time on your own?
Well, I fell off, and then I jumped off.
That doesn't really make
Off the
sense.
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
of the ship. I see. Interesting. I mean, I jumped off too, but that was after you. I was gonna bring you help, but you didn't need it.
As I pass Vidar, I will say, I've heard you can regain some of your youth by just having more fun in life. Maybe you should try it.
He's not going to accept.
Yeah, I thought so.
We'll need to replace the lost harpoon. There should be plenty of those in the hold.
Yeah, I'll get one. I worry too much about Silas.
Okay. Is there anything you do with this bird for the rest of the day.
I only has to speak with animals and talk to it
Okay.
and make a friend.
If you talk to the bird, you find that it is friendly for the most part. It appears to be a predator as you would have expected, but it also is very much a pack animal. And it is already seeking its friends, even though at the moment it cannot leave.
Oh. Yeah. I'll keep you from your pet. It's nice. You have to get back to it.
Do you release the bird?
Yeah. I'm gonna
You
pluck
don't
out
need to
one-
release the spell, just in terms of the.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Just tell it to like.
Yeah.
leave.
Okay.
I will.
Then
I will take a feather from it.
okay.
It doesn't really have anything to give you.
Take a tooth for no further reason.
It almost gives you this slight bow of its head, and as you tell it it's time for it to go, it takes off and flies away.
I will wave and
Yeah.
if Evan the blood, the vial of blood that I got.
Noted.
Do you keep one of the vials of blood at you?
Yes.
As Vidar did not exactly need them just yet, you would be able to gain a specimen from it. Only I could recall where my specimen bag was. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
And the Vidal continues its flight. This would be a good place to end for today, unless you want to keep going.
Sounds good.
Which one?
I mean, both sound good, but since I'm tired, the first choice would be mine.
That's what I was. Okay, then
Okay.
this is where we'll end for today. After your first sky encounter and your first encounter without a grit.
Thank you for the session. It was fun.
Thank
It was
you
good.
guys for playing. Okay, and then I'll see you guys next time on will be the 29th, I believe.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Then thank you guys for session and good night and see you guys later. For those I will see later.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.